And some of the most jubilant scenes were in Syria's Idlib province, where Sunni Arabs suffered some of the worst of Hezbollah's cruelty after its fighters chose to prop up the regime of Bashar al-Assad over a decade ago. With me now, Omar Abu Layla. He's the Executive Director of Deir ez-Zor 24. Great to see you again, Omar. For those who don't know, tell us why Nasrallah was so hated in parts of Syria.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura, for having me on this great event. What's going on in the Middle East, not only in Syria. People so much happy of the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah and the top leaders of Hezbollah. Yeah, Hezbollah, we have just to go back to 2011 when the Syrian people decide to begin their revolution against Bashar al-Assad. Bashar al-Assad was losing the control on the majority of the country. And then immediately Khamenei sent these militia, Qasem Soleimani and the other Iranian-backed militia, including Hezbollah. Hezbollah commit all the kind of the crimes against the Syrian people, not only in Idlib or in the countryside of Aleppo. No, my hometown in the northeast Syria, fully occupied by these militia, Hezbollah and the IRGC, Fatimiyun, Zainabiyun. So we talk about millions of Syrians displaced and killed. They were arrested because these militia. And that's one of the reasons why the Syrians hate Hezbollah and Hassan Nasrallah, because he is the top leader of the militia.
There's a graphic doing the rounds on social media which shows all the points, all the massacres that Hezbollah committed against the Syrian people over the past 10 years. And it is quite shocking. It appears that Syrians suffered more than most people under Nasrallah and his terrorist army. Does the killing of Nasrallah and the weakening of Hezbollah give people in Syria some hope that one day President Assad's day might come as well?
Very good question, Laura, because, this is a big sign, like Syrians or the people in Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, even inside Iran. The assassination of Hassan Nasrallah and those leaders or these leaders, it's a big sign to the other criminals, including Khamenei, Bashar al-Assad, the others, that your turn is coming. You don't know how long we are waiting. The justice is coming. And we have to say it as the many Arabs said it. In this interview, I must mention it. We said Allah used the Israelis to kill the criminals who they commit criminal crimes against the Syrians and the Lebanese and the other societies in the region. So, this is the time how Hezbollah, how other militia faced their fate after even decades of their crimes in the region.
We're seeing these pictures of all these celebrations in Syria and elsewhere. You don't see those pictures in the Western media at all. You barely see it mentioned. Do you, as a Syrian, do you feel ignored by the Western media?
We know this very well since 2014-15, since Obama's Red Line and let Russia and these militia just spread in the region and became so strong. Absolutely. We understand these Western outlets, or they don't give any attention to these celebrations or those victims' families in Syria and in the Middle East generally. We know them very well, and we understand that it's like we give up with these Western media outlets, let's call it channels, who they just give attention to some propaganda which spread by these militia and Khamenei's regime as well. So the people, not only in Syria and Idlib, as you saw these footage, in all the Middle East celebrating in this amazing event, what happened in the past.
Omar, thank you very much indeed. Great to have your perspective. Omar Abu Layla there at Deir ez-Zor 24.